replay of this. Last, I think 3 days ago, I'd promised that I would do a Q&A in this live, the live of today. And actually this live was supposed to be yesterday, but I couldn't make it for some reasons. And today we are not going to do the Q&A as expected, but we shall be here chatting and talking and discussing what we can discuss. It's not going to be anything intense. It's not going to be anything like very special, but we shall be, just catching up and things like that. So if you're watching a replay, you can still leave your question down below since I'm not going to do a Q&A in this live. So feel free to leave your question and then, we'll start from there. Or better yet, we can do a few questions on, not necessarily about, let me see what questions we can actually maybe talk about. I have a few that I've written down. Let me see if we can, try to talk about them right now and we see how it goes. Let me pull out the mic so that you guys can be able to hear me well. Let me fix the mic. And then so I'm going to read a few questions that we're going to talk about. Then we'll see how to answer them. But I'm not going to answer all of them because I need to leave a few for the next live. So let me see. I'm going to be reading the questions as I answer them. So the first question is, are you a morning person or a night owl? It could be both, but I don't like, let me say, I'm not like a morning person. If I'm to like wake up early, my earliest is 6:30 or so. But I love working throughout the night. That is my thing. I love at night. That's when my energy is at its peak. I'm more productive in the night compared to the night. To the morning hours. Reasons I really don't know, but that's how I tune my body and myself. So let me say I'm just a night owl. I can work until 3. I can do something until like 4 a.m. if I put my mind on it. So I don't like waking up very early, but I'm forced to because I have like kids who go to school that early. So I'm forced to wake up early and get them ready. But all the same, at some point I still go back and, rest. So in conclusion, I love my nighttime. I love working in the night. I don't like waking up very early. So the next question is coffee, tea, juice while crocheting. Tea all the way. I love my tea. It doesn't matter whether it's hot or cold. I love tea. Tea is just my go-to thing, whether it's I'm having it for lunch, for breakfast. It's not like a big deal. So I'm a tea person. I don't like coffee that much unless like I'm putting it in milk. I prefer actually milk with coffee, not like with tea. So I'm a tea person, not coffee or not juice. So yeah. The fourth question is, what's my go-to comfort food? Um, I at this point any snacks can do for me really. Anything that is light, anything that is not so heavy. That could be let me say I love chips or French fries. I love it so much. So let's say that is my comfort food for now, because I'm a very picky person when it comes to what I eat. So I don't have like a permanent comfort food. But for now, let's say it's French fries or chips. And the fifth question is, what was my very first crochet project? My very first crochet project was, hi Sarah. My very sorry, my very first crochet project would be a scrunchie. I think I've told this story like 1,000 times. Um, when I made this scrunchie, I was really not so excited about making it. I just made it because I had the yarn and the hook available. It wasn't like something very serious. Sarah, you're most welcome. Um, so that was a scrunchie. So I wore that scrunchie to church, and that's when my cousin saw it and she took it, then she wore it, then another person saw it from her, then that person had to place an order for it, and that's actually how I got my very first client, and that was actually my very first project. I'm not going to say it was my really okay the very first thing that I made when I held a hook or as uh, a yarn. It wasn't that. I used to make tablecloths a lot, but they weren't like of standard whereby anyone would admire. I would just try here and there, and that was all actually. It wasn't very serious. So in real sense, my very first crochet project was a scrunchie. So, and number 6, what was the funniest crochet fail I've ever had? That was a time when I made an outfit for a client, and at times my clients are not like within the same area where I am. So in most cases, I just tell them to like take their own measurements and they send me so that I crochet for them whatever outfit they make. It wasn't entirely my fault because normally when a client sees something that I've made and it's not in their size, I normally tell them to give me their correct measurements, the bust measurements, the hip measurements, how long they need something to be, how short they need it to be, and then yeah, okay. So like I was saying, for this outfit I'll need okay. So like I was saying, for this outfit I'll need your hip measurement, I'll need your bust measurement and the waist measurement to make it. So when I told this client that I did her measurements, she didn't send me the exact measurement. She didn't send to me the exact measurements. She sent me